back to the channel, everybody, and we're going to do a post-it note review on my Honda VFR750. That is, if we don't keep getting video bombed by crows, squirrels, next door neighbours, lawnmowers across the road. Anyway, we'll try and get this review done. So this is a post-it note review. So a little bit of back history first on my VFR. Purchased this 6 months ago, had 42,500 miles on the clock. Bought it off of my mate Dave, who works at GL Bikes in Suffolk. It was the bike was a trade-in for a customer was buying another bike, and so I bought it off of him. All I wanted to is for commuting, basically. I was caught short, needed another bike, and that's what I bought. So this is 42,500 miles, as I said. I've covered 4,000 miles in the last 6 months. And it's been brilliant so far. How this review is going to run, I've got post-it notes all around the bike, and on those I've written little notes on there. So what we're going to do is we're going to go in no specific order. We're going to go around the bike. I'm going to pick up a post-it note, and I'm going to talk about how I found that particular part of the motorcycle. So without further ado, we're going to crack on. Right, let's start with the front of the bike. And first one is handling and tyre pressures. Right, pressures for the front are 36 for the front and 42 for the rear. I've been checking them once a month, but that isn't enough. You need to be checking them every 2 weeks, I'd say. I've just recently checked them, and I'd lost about 4 psi on the front and 4 psi on the rear. What that does to the handling is, if you're an experienced rider, you know straight off there's something up. I mean, it doesn't corner as well, and it's just horrible. Yeah, so check your tyre pressures. Next one, screen fairing good. Yes. I'm 6'1". I've had no issues with the screen when I've been going out on long journeys. I don't feel like I have the need to fit a double bubble like I had on my Blackbird, and the fairing itself works really well as well. If I show you one here, this cutout here, when you're riding the bike and you've got your hands on the handlebars, it kind of deflects a lot of the cold wind off of your hands, so that works out really well. Finish and fitments. Right, as I said, this is a 26-year-old bike, and to be honest, let's go back a bit. From a distance, the bike looks amazing. However, it has seen some wars. I mean, my bike here, it's got a dink in the tank just here. I think it's been thrown down the road on the left hand side. There's some bits on the fairing, but that's from rider error. That's from someone's pranged it and thrown it down the road. But apart from that, the paintwork and everything have stood the test of time. It's amazing. The back wheels, the wheels, front and back, I don't know if you can see if it'll show up on the camera, they have been resprayed. I think originally they were either gold or black, and the owner before me has resprayed them red, and to be honest, I quite like the red. This particular bike comes with the red seat cover. I think I might have preferred the black one. As you can see, the dirt and grime over time shows up on the red seat, so I need to get some cleaning stuff on that, make it look a bit smarter. While we're here, let's have a look. Comfort, yeah, I'm 100 kilos with all the kit on, and to be honest, the seat's comfy. I've had no issues there, no dead arse or anything like that. And where the handlebar positions are, I don't get any wrist ache as such, so I'm very happy with that. What we got here? Exhaust, big smiley face on that. Right, I've got both exhausts. I've got the standard exhaust that came with the bike, and I've got this laser carbon fibre racing exhaust. Have I noticed any increase with power putting this on? No, not really. Again, it's a 26-year-old bike, so no, I haven't really noticed anything. However, it does sound amazing. Plus, it's like a slightly high level. The normal exhaust attaches here and covers the rear back wheel, so you can't see that gorgeous back wheel. So that's another good point for this aftermarket exhaust. Very happy with that. Let's go around this side. Chain. And the only thing I found with the chain is it's easy to do adjust, because you've got single-sided swing arm. Don't know if you can see that in there. So you loosen that nut off there. However, you do need the Honda tool that comes in the toolkit to adjust the chain. Apart from that, no worries with that. It's easy to clean, easy to maintain. Next post-it note, reliability. Yeah, these bikes are well known for their reliability. They're the most reliable bikes in the world. They initially came out in 1986. They were a sports bike, and obviously they've switched over to sports touring now. The V4 engine and the cams are gear driven. So yeah, very, very reliable, no issues there. Let's go around this side. What have we got here? So, oil inspection window. Yeah, these bikes don't have an oil inspection window. Normally you'll have a little window just down here. However, this has a little plug here. Undo that, pull it out, you've got a dipstick in there and you can check your oil levels. So far, all I've had to do is I put 300 mils of extra oil in. I checked it about 2 weeks ago. Apart from that, all good. Electronic aids, ABS, etc. No. This is a 26-year-old bike. It doesn't have any electronic aids. No ABS, no link braking like you get on the Honda Blackbird. If you want to use any traction control or anything like that, it's going to be all done with your wrist on there in conjunction with your brakes. Mirrors. Smiley face on that. Yeah, I'm well happy with the mirrors. You can see all round behind you, so if you've got the police or whoever chasing you, or you've got people coming up the inside of you on a roundabout, you can see. Yeah, very, very happy with those. Next one, tyres. So this bike's fitted with the Bridgestone BLACKHAWK BT03, which is a sports touring tyre. How have I found them so far? As you would expect, they're really good in the dry. They haven't started to square off, as you can see on the back. Well, the back one hasn't started to square off. Front ones are still doing okay as well. Do they inspire confidence in the wet? It's a bit hard to say really. Sometimes, yeah, okay, but as I said, the roads in Suffolk are really bad with the tractors and the HGVs, so sometimes you get oil, it's quite greasy with the oil and the mud, so yeah, sometimes you get a bit of slippage. Next one, Nissan brakes. Oh, yes, so these bikes are fitted with the 4-pot Nissan brakes. Oh god, yeah, excuse you mate. Compared with modern bikes, nah, the braking's not that good. You can do 1 or 2 finger operation of the front brake. However, if you're doing any serious speed, you're going to end up in trouble if you do any of that. So I normally I do 2 finger, but also use it in conjunction with mid back brake a lot, which I do quite a lot of. While we're down here, what else we got? Front suspension. Right, what's that adjustable for? Only preload, so that's up here. I don't know if you can see. There we go. I've got it set on 2 rings, standard settings 3. Yeah, what I found is when I did have it on 3, because the roads are so bad around here, I found that the front wheel was like skipping over bumps, so that's where I've left it. I've left that on 2. Which brings us to rear suspension. So rear suspension can be adjusted for compression. I've got it set on standard again. I did increase it, however didn't like it, so I set that back on standard. And you can set the preload as well. So as I said, I weigh 100 kilograms with all my kit on, and I've got this set on hard. Now that might have something to do with the fact that I don't know how old the rear suspension is. So they say, I think it's 16,000 they reckon, or 26,000, it needs a rebuild, so it could be that. Servicing. Right, so you've got 4,000 miles. You want to get your oil and filter changed, so I'm due for that. 8,000 miles is a bit more comprehensive, so have a look at the brakes and other ancillaries. And then 16,000 is the big one. That's when you do the valve clearances, and you're looking at between 350 and 400 pounds to do a valve clearance check, depending on who you get to do it. Do it yourself, and obviously it won't cost you that. So, older bikes, for you youngsters out there, this is fitted with a fuel tap. So as you can see, fuel off and reserve. and to be honest, I've never gone on to reserve just yet, so that's where that is. I've had older bikes where the ZX9 older bikes. I've had other bikes where the fuel taps down there, but some of you older riders, you'll know, you'll be aware that the old taps were down here. Absolute nightmare. Heated grips, yes. So this is fitted with aftermarket heated grips. They're really good. Most modern bikes now, a lot of them are starting to get fitted with heated grips as standard, especially like your BMW S1000Rs, all your adventure bikes, your Triumphs. Yeah, so if you're doing a lot of commuting, I would recommend definitely having heated grips fitted. Makes all the difference. Next one, tank range, 17.5 litre tank, pretty similar to my CBR 600F that I used to have. I get, what are we saying, 120 plus miles, and then you got to start looking at maybe switching over to reserve, and then you probably get 150 out of the tank, depending on how you're riding, that is. Controls, yeah, pretty much standard here, not much to say about that really. No TFT displays on this, we're talking old school analog. So you've got your speedo with your trip meter and your odometer on, rev counter, which revs out to 11 plus, fuel gauge, temperature gauge, and then you've got all your generic warning lights at the top there. Plus, I love a bit of clock action, got me clock in there, need a clock. I've done a post-it note for it, is obviously storage space. With the older bikes, you do get a little bit of storage space. So I've obviously got I've got the original Honda toolkit under there, and you can also get, you could probably fit either a waterproof jacket or a waterproof cover if you want to carry one of those with you under that seat, and that is probably about it. Also, let's talk about the handles on the back here. They're good for your passenger if you're carrying a rear passenger, plus you've got your bungee hooks here and here, so you can attach your if you've got any luggage, rear luggage, you can attach that to the back of the bike via bungees. So what do I think of the bike? I bought it for £800 6 months ago. I use it for commuting and some longer trips, 100 plus miles. It's been really good so far. I've had no mechanical issues, and as I said, it's pretty much a vintage bike now. It's 26 years old, and for £800 it's an absolute steal. Is it as fast as your more modern bikes? No, blatantly not. It's not going to be as fast as a 600 these days. When it came out, it was only pushing out 120 brake. Well, yeah, it's pushing out 120 brake back then. So it's probably only pushing out about 100 now. Probably lost about 20 brake. But yeah, I can't complain. It's got Honda build quality, and it's a really reliable bike. Touch wood. So, thanks for watching. If you got this far, with all the bleeding interruptions from squirrels, crows, lawnmowers, hedge trimmers, and all the rest of it, thank you for watching. If you do like the videos, give us a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, smash that red subscribe button. And as I'm talking, here comes another car now. And I'm going to end that video there. And that's Jim Diesel out.